favorite YouTuber, OG Parley, and welcome back to Parley World. If you are new, welcome. If you are back, welcome, and welcome to Parley World. As you can see by the title of this video, we're going to talk about how to pause. So basically, I'm going to give you guys a few tips that I personally use and that have personally worked for me and are still working for me on how to study effectively and efficiently, and how to get A's. We're talking distinctions, cum laudes, darling. Please, before we even go forward with this video, pause. I'm going to need you guys to subscribe to my channel. Now go ahead and click that if you haven't already clicked that. Make sure you please watch these ads so your girl can eat. Anyway, just to jump into the video, we're going to talk about 15 different tips. I'm going to try to be concise because I talk a lot, I know. So tip number 1, we're going to talk about being organized in terms of location and a study plan. So basically, having a study plan is so important. I cannot emphasize how important it is, especially for a busy person. So we're talking university students and a matriculant, grade 12 specifically. This is specifically for you. My first years and my matriculants, because those are the roads that I've crossed and that I'm currently crossing. I cannot relate to anything else below that, but yeah. So in order to stay organized, I personally believe that planning is important, and especially when it's times, these tough times, these exam times, these prelim times, these semester test times, these times where you must qualify for the exam. It's rough. But having a study plan will definitely, this is how it will enhance it. For the fact that you're going to print it out, this is what you're going to do. You're going to make a study plan around your daily activities, around your school activities, and around your life, generally speaking. The time that you do have, you're going to put it in there. And then when it's time for exams, that's the only time you're going to have anyway. So you're going to make that study timetable. And then you're going to have it on your phone. And you're also going to have it printed out. And you're going to print it and you're going to stick it on your door. Why I believe you should stick it on your door? Because you see your door every day. You're not going to forget. So the timetable, it's there. It must rub it in your face. And, hey, look here. You got to study. Look, Bona. Yes. Today. And on the study timetable, you don't have to have times on it. I prefer to put times on mine because my study timetable goes hand in hand with my planner. And I have a planner simply because there's a lot of things that I need to do and I don't want to forget to do anything. So mine is time-based. You don't have to do it time-based. You could just do it. You know what I'm saying? So basically, yes, that is study plan. And then location, make sure where you study, okay, is conducive environment. You can't study outside and be like, oh no, I'm going to study. Yeah, over here you're hearing someone blast, go da, hi go da, hi go da piano. No. Wait, did I almost, whoa. Anyway, you need to make sure that where you study is a similar environment to where you would write. So do not study in your bed. You don't write an exam while you're in bed. Unless you're in hospital, but you don't write an exam while you're in bed. You need to study where there's a table and where there's a chair with back support. Okay, I sit on I use 10 centimeters of a chair for my bum. My bum is bigger than that, but I just don't use a whole chair. I sit forward. I don't use back support. But I believe that you should sit on a chair that has back support. For those of you that lean all the way back, I lean back, and then a table. And the reason why we have the table and the chair is so that your mind is familiar with this type of environment. This is the environment where the mind needs to be focusing at all times, because this is a similar environment to that of an exam venue. Do you know what I mean? For similarity. Guys, look. I don't know why, but that similar environment. Yes, the similar environment is better. Okay, great. And then tip number 2, notes. Not notifications, okay, but notes, right now. So in terms of notes, it is very, 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 very important to make notes. The reason why it is important to make notes is because whether you're a tactile learner, kinesthetic, but it's auditory, visual, that doesn't matter. Making notes is important because you need to summarize the work you have learned. For instance, from your readings, from your lecture slides, or from your textbooks, and your teachers' notes and whatnot, those type of things. You need to summarize that into your own language. When I say language, I don't mean like you learn in English, to summarize like a no, boo. Gosh, unless you write in Tswana, go ahead, my love. But when I say language, I mean like in your own words, like the way you write. Because you don't want to like regurgitate what the teachers say and whatnot. And on top of making the notes a summarized version of like your understanding, there's Wi-Fi everywhere. Go connect to Google. Go and Google a few things. Go get some information from the internet as well, just to expand your understanding and your thinking. Get some examples and stuff, so that they can see that you actually like your work. You know what I mean? So when they ropa you of marks, you can fight and say, look, nache, I know A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You know what I mean? Basically. So that's the thing of making like notes and everything. And also, for those of you that study, there are people that study on the laptop. This is university students now. So people that study on the laptop. So they just study like their slides and whatnot. Stop studying the slides. Your slides are not the only it's not the only content that's going to be there. It's your slides, and then you have like your readings or whatever. You need to summarize and put all of that together on paper. And if you want to do it on paper and then from paper, put it back on there, because you best focus on the laptop. My laptop is over here, so yeah. You best focus that way, then do it that way, but just do make sure that you do make notes somewhere. Make sure you have tangible notes as well as like electronic notes if you're the type of person to use electronic notes. Because when you're working on campus and you're you're not gonna laptop. When it dies, what happens? Paper never dies. BT dubs. Trees do, but you get my concept, and it'll be sentimental. Make sure that your notes are pretty. I always make sure that my notes are beautiful because I like beautiful things. If it's not pretty, I'm not going to study it. So simply do what's best for you, and don't make nonsense notes. It mustn't be like crip notes or like give it like alanyana. No. The notes need to be beautiful. They need to be, I want to say recyclable, because in high school, like if you're making notes in term 1, make those notes so beautiful, so neat and whatnot, that you can even use them to study for finals. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't just make them to make them like studying. Don't just study because it's time to study. Every time you study, make sure that you learn something new. Studying effectively and efficiently. Number 3, set goals. So setting goals. It is very important to set goals. Make sure you set realistic goals, because if you do not like set goals, you'll never know if you achieved what you wanted to achieve. We're human. We forget. We are goldfish, advanced goldfish. You know what I mean? But basically, you need to set some goals. So if you're a student that lays within like an average of 65, don't now aim for an 80. No, my babes. Did a baby that came out of a belly say, I want to run? No, man. The baby first crawled, right? Exactly. So what you're going to do, if your average is 65 or whatnot, you're going to aim for 70. You're going to take it gradually. Like, we have to take baby steps. Because if you aim too high, you'll get disappointed. But then at the same time, if you're someone, there are people that generally like do well, whatever. Like say like your I don't want to say your bad marks, but like say like your average mark is like a 75. By all means, my darling, aim for 100, because when you fall back onto an 85, it's far better than that 75 that you always get. So, and then number 4, find your motivation and then stay motivated. There's nothing more important than motivation, because things really get done. Like, it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? If you're not motivated, you can do it. And also with motivation, once you find your motivation, remember it. Ibile, print it out. Have a papier, print it out and stick it on your mirror. Stick it on your door, wherever, the first place you go in the morning. Make sure that motivation is there. Do you know what I mean? So that every morning when you wake up, you are faced with that motivation, and like you see it and you're driven. Do you know what I mean? Even if you have it on your phone, have it as a screensaver. You must keep it. You must keep the energy going. Do you know what I mean? Number 5, stay focused. It's very difficult to stay focused. It really is, especially with distractions or whatever, or like in your conscious. You have like responsibilities and whatnot. But try to somehow divide your day. At this time of the day, these tasks need to happen. At this time of the day, these tasks need to happen. And to manage life doing that, get like an app that can help you, and also get like a focus app. So down below in the description, I will be putting the name of the app that I use for my timing in terms of like studying and focus. It's a focus app. So basically, you'll set a timer for like, say for instance, my timer is 45 minutes. And then after 45 minutes, it's like a 5-minute break. And then 45 minutes, 5-minute break. 45 minutes, 5-minute break. And then like you can analyze like how your studying pattern has been and whatnot. That helps in terms of focus because, you know, like you can focus and you take a break, you focus, you take a break, and you're not just running through everything. Because if you do not take a break, your mind is not going to do what you wanted to do. It's not going to work for you because you're not working for it. And in order for your brain to work, you must also work so you can work together and the things can go in, you know. And if the things keep going in, there's tension. Come on, we're passing. You know what I mean? Number 6, study smart versus studying hard. Let me tell you, I just integrate the two. So how to study hard and study smart would be the keyword gradually. The keyword everything. The keyword every day. So you're probably like, no, you can't be studying every day. I have a life. Ooh, look, I got a life too. If I can do it, you can do it. You know what I mean? So basically, in terms of studying smart, you don't want to study when it's time to study. Like, okay, I'm writing, say for example, you're writing, I'm using my favorite subject, life science. You're writing a life science exam on the 20th of June, for example, and then on the 10th, that's when you decide, yeah, no, I'm gonna start studying. Let me start making my notes, and only then you go and you want to collect all your books, everything's done. You want to start going to that. No, that is not studying smart. It's not. If you do that, you're gonna have to study twice as hard as someone that's studying smart. Studying smart would be every single day from the day that syllabus starts. You review and you summarize and you go through every single day after school what you've done at school. You review that subject, you review each and every subject. Okay, so that's basically for the mind. So like the mind sees it often, it remembers it often, and like your understanding. So it's going to go into that section of general knowledge, not studied work, by general knowledge, so that by the time when it's time to start studying, you really know your work. You just need to like brush up and like, you know, like remember certain things, you know. That is studying smart, and you won't be as stressed out because you already know the work. So it's familiar. You haven't forgotten. Oh yeah, can't you read that in term one? Oh, you've been doing it every day. So basically, if you have life science on a Monday after school, you can study life science. If you had PMG on Monday, you are going to do PMG. Tip number 7 is hydration and study snacks. It's very important to stay hydrated at all times, not even just studying, like at all times. It's for your body. Your mind is in your body. So they must work for you, so you must work for it. Das Wasser. The water, boo. I got that water. Pour me water. Do you know what I'm saying? You must always, at all times, stay hydrated. I have like 3 bottles of water a day and like 2 cups of tea. That's my type of hydration. And then I add a supplementary hydrate, which would be aloo juice in everything, like the tea, for instance. So staying hydrated is very good because being dehydrated, like, it messes up with your mind. You do not want to mess up with your mind if you want your mind to work for you and remember things. And also then study snacks. It's very important to have study snacks because I think like stopping hunger, pausing hunger, not being hungry helps you, because studying on an empty stomach is really not good because it's going to distract you. You're going to keep thinking, oh yeah, you're going to like that special day. Oh, going to like KFC, they made that special, that has the bucket and the chips and the, oh, let me come. I'll study after I eat. You see, that's a distraction. That's really you being distracted. So you don't want stuff like that. Okay, and then study snacks that are my study snacks. These are my 5 top study snacks. Rice cakes, popcorn, almonds, fruits, das Wasser. Das Wasser, the water in German, for those of you that are like, das Wasser, it's very important to have snacks, and snacks can also be used as rewards. So for someone who uses like jelly babies as a snack, you can also use jelly babies as a snack. Just don't focus your snacks on like unhealthy stuff like, you know, like chips and sweets and chocolates. Incorporate something healthy in there if you're going to do unhealthy snacks, you know what I mean? So you have 5 themes to study. In between each theme, like, you can have like a note that says reply to WhatsApp messages. You can have a suite, you know, for motivation and stuff like that, for motivative purposes, and a reward, like, well done, you done theme 1, go and reply to your message, my child. You done theme 2, go, here's a suite, you know. Number 8, remove and cut out distractions. Cut it. We don't want any distractions when it's time to study. We do not want them. So here's myself for an example. Let me tell you what distracts me. People distract me. So when it's time for me to like get into like exam mode or whatever, like it's either I move away from people. Like I avoid people. Not that I avoid people, but like I don't start like avoiding my friends, and no, like I avoid people generally speaking. Like I don't want people when it's my time to get up here. I need space from people. So me avoiding people, my study hour helps with that because I study when people are asleep. Because I get so distracted. Like I get easily distracted when there's people involved. Yeah. Like even when it was exam time and whatever, like prelims or whatnot, I wouldn't like friends, cool, sharp, but my schoolwork, I would not mix the two. Like when it's time for exams, not friendships. Friends will always be there. Your exams, babes, yay, you are passing alone. You're not passing for your friends. They'll be studying when you get distracted by them, and then when they pass, when you fail. Huh? Prioritize. They'll always be there, and if they're real friends, they will understand that this priority means that you need space for the time being. It's temporary pain after all. You switch off your phone, go put it back in the box that you got, and go put it under your bed because you're not going to use your phone unless you're using the Focus app. And if that's the case, and it's on your phone, you're going to get that app on a desktop, or you're going to give your phone to a sibling or your mom or whoever, and they're going to tell you that, look, it's chai. Or if not, you're going to get an actual clock and sit with a clock or a watch, and you're going to write down your times and do everything the olden day way, like there was no phone, just so that you can concentrate. Phones distract people, okay? But you can also get apps that, like, believe it or not, like, they prevent you from using social media. Like, it'll disable your social medias. Like, you can't, when you click on the app, it, like, stops you. You know what I mean? You can get that too. I still say put your phone in the box. Yeah. So number 9 is very important, and it starts with self. So number 9 is about not comparing yourself, having a good attitude, and also speaking good. Do not compare yourself to other people. Oh, this one's so smart. No, I'll never do this because I'm not that one. I can't get this mark because that one's smart. No. You can get that mark, and you will get that mark. Why? Because you're going to speak it into existence. Then you're going to make an action plan. Then you're going to discipline yourself to follow that plan. You're going to work hard, and you're going to celebrate yourself after you've achieved it. Do you understand? I'm glad you understand, man. Rockin'. Okay, and then you need to have a good attitude on top of that. So you cannot be, oh, I hate life science. Oh, life science. Oh my gosh, PMD is getting up my, no. Really, it does, man, but don't say it out loud. At least like deal with it inside, okay? Inside voices. I hate life science. Life science is amazing. Oh my gosh. So have a good attitude towards school. Don't be like, oh, I hate school. Your mind is going to also, it's going to pick up from, a mind is like a baby, you must teach it what to like. Confuse the enemy. Hey, you can speak your mind into, you can manipulate the mind into loving things that you know that you don't like, but do that. It's good. Tip number 10 would be studying every day. So studying every day doesn't mean like 4 hours a day out just studying. Like, I want a life. What was a life? I have a life, darling. But school's a priority. It is an investment into your future. I understand there are those people that believe that school's not for them and whatnot. Because it's not for you doesn't mean you shouldn't do well while you're still in it. Make the best of your situation. Make the best of what you're in right now. You hate school? Tough. Make the best of it. All of us don't like school. Who really genuinely, wholeheartedly like school? Yo, when they think about school, it's like they're thinking about that number. Oh, wabona. No, there isn't. I don't really think there's someone that, like, honestly speaking, there isn't. But like, study every day. So you're going to dedicate like 30 minutes to every single subject that you've done on the day after school, after your lectures. And you're going to review it. You're going to go through it. You're going to summarize what you learned every single day. That's what you're going to do. That is the build-up, the gradual build-up to understanding, to general knowledge. Even throw in some Googles or some videos if that helps you, like the videos. I don't do videos. I just Google. And then come exam, you already know these things. So like, you're not stressing like people that need to go and dig for the notes from lecture 1. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's familiar to you. So then you just put your things together. Thank me later. Tip 11. Find the perfect study time for you. So this means find your hour. do you study well in the space of sunlight or moonlight? You know what I mean? So you have the people that can study like in the morning, so like your people like from like 7 to like 11, you know, like that's their time. You have the afternoon people, afternoon boom at 12 till about 4. Then you have those people that are like early evening, so about 4 p.m. ish till about 7 p.m. ish. Then you have for me these are weird people, man. They study from like 8. You? What are you doing? I write notes maybe at that time, but yeah, study. No, not for me. It didn't work for me. That's why I was like, oh. So like from about 8 till about like 10, or those that even study from 10 to like 2, then they sleep. That's very, I would not recommend that you study from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Reason being, that is when like the cells in your body like rebuild, and that's when your body does the things.
Like your muscles, they repair, your organs repair, cells repair, my darling. Wahoo! If
you should be sleeping between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. You should not be studying between those times. Babo, it's no robala, okay? And then you have people like me that study after midnight. So my hours of studying are from 2 a.m. to about 6. That's like my most effective time of study. Like I said earlier, it's because people are also asleep. That's why it works better for me. Like everything, it's dead quiet at that time. People are sleeping. They aren't causing the road. They aren't any, I don't want to say stupid birds, but there aren't any stupid birds making a noise. Oh, me, I get distracted. So like, it's perfect. And then one thing you can also try is studying, sleeping. So I did that in Matric. It's very difficult. It is so difficult, I must say. So basically, it was a thing of like, okay, I'd study, looking at a clock. I forgot what mine was called, but it's a technique actually of sleeping for a certain amount of hours, and then you wake for a certain amount of hours. There you're studying, okay? And then you're sleeping for a certain amount of hours.
You wake, you're studying for a certain amount of hours, then you're sleeping for a certain amount of hours, then you're studying, and you're sleeping, you know?
I mean, so it's study, sleep. It's, what I don't know, it's like, it messes up with like your time and what day is it today? What's the time? It's messy, but it works. For some people, it worked for me, but like I was getting frustrated because like I couldn't remember stupid stuff like what day it was. Tip 12. Okay, great. So tip 12 is one of the tips that people on Snapchat actually like asked me, what do you use? You know, like when you study and stuff like that. So these are the things that I use. I am gonna recommend some, and none of these things are sponsored, just to put it out there. It's just a stuff I use basically. Before I study, I make this concussion over here. So this is aloe vera, this is aloe juice, also known as aloe concentrate. It's the Herbalife one, and this is the instant herbal beverage tea. So this over here has high caffeine content. So you know, some people, before I study, they have coffee. This is like a substitute for coffee, if I can say that, basically, because it has like even higher caffeine. Because coffee makes me sleep, like many other like energy boosters. I won't mention the names of them, but like basically all of them make me sleep, except there's combination. And this over here, like I do, like it's also hydrating to the body. So here, you know, more water, pour me water. So you, and then it's 2. So yeah, that's what I have, and I have it every day as well. If you would like to purchase these products, do comment down below and I will hook you up, okay? Because I am a Herbalife distributor, so I do sell these products as well. And yeah, this is not me promoting PT Dubs. This is just me showing you what I actually use, like for real. Okay, and then 2 hours, well, an hour and a half or 2 hours before, I take this pill over here. This over here is Nucon Oros. This is ADD medication, so it's not accessible for everybody. You cannot buy this over the counter. It is prescription, so it's either this I use or Concerta. Some people are probably gonna say, why do you use either or? When I'm not, when I don't have Nucon, Concerta's available. That's the thing, basically. But they're for people that have ADHD or ADD. I am not confirming that I have ADD. I'm not confirming or denying. I'm just saying this medication, that's what the medication is for. It helps you concentrate. I get distracted very easily and I have problems concentrating, like sitting down and focusing on one task at hand. So this for me really works because then I'm in the zone. I could study that 25 hours too, but like with breaks. But hey, yeah, my favorite. Oh, if you knew me in high school, you knew this and me. like a finger and a nail. This is my baby, guys. BioPlus, yo. Oh my gosh. BioPlus, like, I made it through matric. BioPlus. It doesn't work for everybody. All teachers do not recommend. All the teachers in my school didn't recommend this. I'm like, it's so bad for you. Well, it's bad for you. It's good for me. Okay, bodies are not the same. People are not the same, and brains don't work the same. This for me really, like, it was my energy booster, because like and they have this thing that BioPlus, like, gives you a high then an automatic low. No, for me it doesn't. So don't listen to people when they rate things, any product bad. You must try it first before you rate it bad. So for you this might not work, for you it might work. Do you know what I mean? This works for me. Like, I definitely recommend this to everyone. It's accessible. It's like R5. This thing is like this thing alone is R5. But like, there's also like boxes of many of them. There's the syrup version, there's the drinks. Honey, I got all of them. The one time I took it was actually like 2 days ago, and I couldn't sleep for 33 hours. I was awake. I was active. Imagine, I didn't sleep for 33 hours on a written exam within those 33 hours. Worst experience of my life. I do not recommend that anyone uses the concussion together. I don't recommend that anyone writes an exam without sleeping. Cross nights. I definitely recommend cross night, darling, cross night. But get some sleep somewhere along the line. Uzopambana. Let me tell you, I passed out an exam twice. I was singing a song, but I finished and it was nice. But hey. Because I do run out of energy. I know I'm probably like one of the most energetic people that like you've ever like watched on a screen. Do you know what I mean? Especially people that know me, know that they're like, oh, Parley, where would you get this energy? Boo! I am energy. But I think I must make an energy drink. I recommend you take like a natural tranquilizer, not a sleeping pill. Actually, don't take sleeping pills. They're not. I don't trust sleeping pills. You'll die, yo. Take a natural tranquilizer. I do take a natural tranquilizer, and an hour before it's time for you to rest, stay away from electronics. No screens, no TV, no laptop, no tablet, no phone. Stay away and get in the bed. You will fall asleep so peacefully. I'm ready to take over the world. I'm running for president. That's how good you wake up. The next tip, okay? Discipline. Disciplining yourself is so important. Discipline is what gets people to where they want to be. You see successful people, every single successful person in the world, but to the galaxy. Actually, people are the way, but every person in the world that is successful, will let you know that one of the key ingredients to that success was discipline. You won't get nowhere if you have no discipline. Self-discipline. Don't wait for people to discipline you. No. Look, you need to discipline yourself. And this means, and the thing that really fights discipline is this one they call temptation. You'll be like, discipline, temptation comes, you know? It's like that thing in Pac-Man that chases you. Temptation's, you know what I mean? But like, you gotta stay disciplined. It's very difficult to discipline oneself. Take it from me. It took me like 2 months to like just discipline myself. But let me tell you something. What you're gonna do, you're going to practice this thing of like after school doing the work, hydrating yourself, eating well, sleeping well, and working hard for 21 days, because it takes 21 days to build a habit. And after that, it's going to be something where like you're gonna feel out of place when you're not doing it. So that's how you're gonna instill that into your routine. And also, let me tell you something about your concentration span and distractions. The second your phone is with you and you're focused and you hear ding and then you go and tend to it, it's going to take you about 23 minutes for the brain to refocus itself on the topic at hand. That is why you need to keep stuff like your phone away from you, okay? Disable things. Switch off your data, man. Switch off your data. Flight mode. Don't disturb. A phone is designed for you not to use it. Those 3 things, shame, you good. No, you good. 14 is, I think, the most important thing for anybody who is trying to excel in school, generally speaking, in academia. Like, if you want to go far, you want your marks to go high, listen, one thing you need to do is P. You need to sleep. If you don't sleep, you're gonna go crazy. Take it from me. I didn't sleep for 33 hours. I could feel myself going crazy. I had to sedate myself. That's bad. You should never go to the point where you need to sedate yourself. Hey, guys. Sleeping also, like, when you sleep, like, the body, like, the cells rebuild. nutrients, hair growth, blood stimulation, skin clearing, glow, uzwa, knowledge, filing departments, brain understanding, moving study work to general knowledge, brand vocabulary, everything just falls into place while you sleep. Do you know what I mean? And that is how, okay. And then number 15, the last tip of the day. Have fun! You're probably like, I wonder what it is. No, the tip is have fun. Let me tell you something. You're going to be miserable. If you don't have fun while you work hard, make this fun. If you don't make it fun for yourself, it's not going to be fun. You're going to hate it. But anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope these tips help you. I hope what I use works for you. It might not work for everybody, but I hope for you it works. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and then another thumbs up. And if you didn't like it and if it didn't work, still give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Anyway, bye.